My name is Michelle. I took my first drink when I was in elementary school, just at a family party, the leftovers, things like that. I had my first opiate experience when I was in middle school. I had a fractured knee from a cheerleading accident, and I was prescribed Tylenol with codeine. And I was very young. Everything started, I was drinking alcoholically by the time I was 14 years old. I couldn't even make it to school, much less perform any other activities, daily activities, and the depression that came on with the drugs and alcohol was different than anything that I have ever seen or felt before in my life. I knew I was in trouble then, but I continued to use, thinking I was too young to have a problem. I actually got into the medical field, and I was obtaining them through physicians, through coworkers, and through pain management clinics. I was like Jekyll and Hyde. I had 3 different personalities. I was married at 25 years old, so I thought that if I was a wife, I wouldn't use anymore. I wouldn't be a drug addict. And then I had my son 1 year later, and if I was a mom, I wouldn't be a drug addict. It would be the cure to my addiction. When all the doors were closed, anyone close to me got to see what I was really like. By the time I was 26 years old, I was already in and out of 6 detoxes. I was in 3 different rehabs by then. What it did to my son was the biggest impact. You know, from the time he was born, I picked up on the day he was born, and sorry. He wasn't able to, he wasn't able to have a normal life at all. He wasn't able to have his friends over. He wasn't able to go to friends because he was afraid what he was going to come home to. He wasn't just dropping in, and he was just so afraid to what he was going to see. He was afraid that I was going to die or be dead by the time he got home, or he was afraid that I was going to stop breathing. The point that I knew that I needed treatment, I was already in my 10th rehab. And my son, he came up. It wasn't his first time there. This was my 3rd time at this facility. And he came up and he looked at me, and we were in a meeting, and he said, he named off all my relapse triggers. He named off every single one. When I lost him, my parents took custody, and my brother did also. The police were called to my house. I totaled my car. It was this or nothing. I had to give it one more shot, and it's not the right answer, but I did it for him. I couldn't do it alone. I could not do it alone, no matter how much I thought I could. I followed suggestions. I went to a halfway house. I didn't have my son, which was very, very difficult, but I knew in my heart that if I didn't follow everything that everyone said to do, I was going to die. You don't have to do this alone. There's hope